Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy K-Dot, the first Black Super Saiyan in the world 5 on this pump, and I'm back here with another video. We have the Marvels trailer, and we are going to talk about another topic. This second topic isn't pop culture related, it's more about, fathers and whatnot, but it's not anything pop culture related. It's going to be a quick topic, but nothing pop culture related. All right, you guys. So first things first, we're gonna get into this Marvel's teaser trailer. I'm gonna talk about it, break it down. I'm gonna go through it. I already seen the trailer, so you guys about to see me watch it again. I seen it released on Twitter, so we're about to just go through it real quick. Watch it in full, and then go through the whole trailer again. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me bring it up. Bada boom. And I will be alone for this stream. Let's go. What's up? Aubrey said, "What up, Dot? That Miss Marvel's trailer looks trash." I didn't dislike the trailer, but I'll talk about that after. I actually didn't dislike this trailer. It's better than Captain Marvel's first teaser trailer from the first movie.
Captain Rambo?
What the hell are you doing?
Entering the jump point perimeter. I'm gonna get you some readings, Fury.
I think this movie's after Secret Wars too.
Hello?
Oh.
Captain Rambo?
Is this an Avengers test?
Where's Captain Rambo?
Three.
What the? Hi.
We're looking for Kamala Khan.
Okay, so our powers are entangled. I can manipulate light energy. And you, I can totally show you. No, not again.
Where's our daughter?
Wherever you were.
Who's the cat? More Kree soldiers, I believe. Visually, it's a huge step up from the first, obviously.
Shields up!
Is that Brie Larson they're fighting? I think that's literally Brie Larson. She got on Kamala's wristband. Yeah, I think that was Brie Larson here. So it looks like they're gonna be fighting like a evil version of Captain Marvel. That's what it seems. I think this might just because they're hiding her face. They're trying to hide this person's face. She got her wristband is glowing like Kamala's. I think there's some weird like version of Captain Marvel with all their abilities in one, and they're fighting it. So
We're a team.
Oh, no, we're not. It's
We're not a team.
okay. I thought the trailer was all right. Way better than the first movie trailer. Now, just to let you guys know, am I excited for this movie? I mean, no. Am I excited for two characters in this movie? I'm excited for Kamala and Monica. Yes. Carol Danvers. Y'all know I don't give no fucks about Carol Danvers. Didn't like her in Endgame. Didn't like her in her first movie. I can care less about her character. She's not my character. Now, the first movie is trash. That first movie is bad. First movie is ass. It's just completely ass juice. It's trash, right? Now, usually you get some cases where the first movie is actually good, and then it's maybe the sequel that ends up being bad. Well, this is the other way around. You got a trash first film, and then we're hoping the sequel is going to hopefully do something better than the first film. But it usually when it's kind of hard when you're in this position where you're taking a bad first film and you're trying to do it better the second time around, when it's usually the other way around. It's either your first film is good and then maybe your sequel might be bad, and if you do a film after that, then that film might be good. But in this case, I don't got no hopes for it. Now you got a different director. It's not those same directors they had for the first movie, which was, it was a brother and sister, and they had so many writers in the room writing for the first film, and it was kind of just all over the place. I mean, I hope it's good. That's all I can hope for. And as long as Brie Larson is not promoting this film like she did Captain Marvel 1, which was stupid. I don't care if you are like, if you whatever. Look, I don't care if you have like I hate white people boner and stuff in your body or whatever. Look, the way she promoted Captain Marvel 1 was unnecessary. Like just the random attacks of like white men this, white men that, blah blah blah. It's like that is unnecessary. You didn't see Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins going out and saying white men this, black men that, men this, men that, women this, women that. It was when they was promoting Wonder Woman 1, it felt more unified. They was focused on Wonder Woman, talking about her character. Brie Larson had one goal and one mission for Captain Marvel 1, and that was white men this, white men that. It's like, bro, nobody cares about your little politics. Take that shit somewhere else. You can speak upon them a little bit, but she really tried to make it a whole marketing campaign of Captain Marvel about white men this, white men that, white men can't go here, white men blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up. Talk about your character. Talk about Carol Danvers. What comics did you read about your character? Like, talk about that shit. Stop talking about white men this, white men that, blah, blah, blah. No one's saying you can't give your opinion about these people, but that's literally was the whole marketing of Captain Marvel. It literally was. So as long as and I know Kevin Feige probably put that muzzle on her and told her cut that shit out. But hopefully she does not do that stupid marketing she did for the first movie, because this is Iman Vellani and the actor Monica Rambeau, their chances to be part of a big budget film like this, and I don't want to see Brie Larson ruining it with how she markets these movies and stuff. Because I'm excited to see Kamala Khan. I don't want Brie Larson to ruin it with her nonsense marketing. What's good, nerd?
Yo, you watching
What's
this?
with you?
You watching this this masterpiece trailer right here?
Heck yeah.
Let's see.
Peak cinema. Not sure if you've seen did you already see the teaser on Twitter yet?
I did, but if you want to
play
it again,
I'm just
if you want to play it again, or you
already
want to
played
just go
it.
through it.
I played it twice. I'm just kind of just breaking it down, going through it. It's really not that much to break down, anyways. The only thing I can say.
You want to know my opinion, or what's your opinion of it?
I mean, visually, it's a step up. I'm excited to see the Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau actor on the screen. Can't say much about Brie Larson. I can care less about Nick Fury at this point. And that's
my friend Zoe Ashton is right at the end, I believe, or former friend. Let's put it that way. But she's right at the end. I went to drama school with her. She's right at the end. I think I think it's her. Like, I see her for a second. Like, she's one of the villains in the film. That.
Oh wait,
that was her. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, Nerman knows a celebrity. Yeah. I think this might be. Well, she has the same hammer as Ronan the Accuser. She has the same hammer as Ronan the Accuser. Not sure if she's going to be related to him.
I've used.
What up, Superboy? What's good, Brell?
Thank you.
What's good, Snyder? He said it looks mid. Yeah, guys, I don't dislike this trailer. It's okay for me, but it is better than the Captain Marvel 1 first teaser trailer, which I thought was trash.
I'll say this about this trailer. Look, it's not the worst trailer I've ever seen at all.
Definitely not.
It's not even close. It actually follows through on a concept that I think some might find actually quite interesting with the entanglement powers. And
Yeah.
this is what I was saying, for instance, about the Blue Beetle trailer. Like, it didn't have a hook. Like, to me, that trailer didn't have a hook of anything substantially new happening. So in that, I think this trailer's better. It's got a hook. Like, oh, they're gonna switch situations. That could be fun. Whatever. So I know,
just like how they did for
something.
Captain Marvel, Snyder.
But
they did it
having
again.
said,
Go ahead, Nerd, sorry.
but having said that, one thing I will say about these recent superhero trailers, and specifically this trailer, this is the first trailer after we've had what I would say like the worst period for superhero movies. Like in terms of box office, in terms of like the competition just completely annihilating them, to quite frankly. Either this film is terrible, right? So either the film is terrible and there's no way of making a trailer that's good for it.
Right.
Or alternatively, these people are way too arrogant. Because if I was them, I would make a banging trailer that made this look like the new shit, fresh, with the fatigue that's going. I wouldn't even say it's fatigue yet, but it's signs of fatigue that's happening with these properties.
It's just people are just
Mhm.
tired of bad super movies that I either playing by formula or they're just bad in general.
Yeah. So this trailer makes it look like a decent movie, right? But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, if this is the best they can do with a teaser, this is the absolute best they can do with a teaser, then I don't think this movie is very good. Alternatively, they're being really arrogant because they're MCU, maybe because the last one made $1 billion or whatever. Because
I think it's
you need to come better than this after what happened with Ant-Man and what happened with Shazam 2.
I think it's multiple combinations, because I see a lot of people that now, Nerdman, film is subjective, but me and you can agree that the first Captain Marvel movie was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Right. It's there. Yes, there's worse films that exist, but it's pretty bad. And I see a lot of people that are kind of just
rewriting
like
history,
doing revisionist history, or kind of just like capping for this movie because they know another group of people dislike it because of the politics and stuff. And it's like do y'all even like it for the right reasons? You're like, are you just liking it just because this other group of people hate it? That's what I was seeing. Like people, like I saw people yesterday saying, "Oh man, here comes the Brie Larson hate train. We got to make sure we, get these likes up on this trailer." Blah blah blah. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
It sounds kind of weird. It's like, hey, look, if there's people who generally like the first movie and want to support this, but I feel like there's a lot of people that are just like, oh, there's people on this Brie Larson hate train. We need to,
let's keep it a buck. A lot of people supported the first one because people think I'm being a conspiracy theorist here, yeah, but I'm not saying it as a conspiracy. I'm just saying it as a general, like possibly even without knowing it. I know that like MCU fans supported that first movie because they wanted it to beat Wonder Woman. And they say, oh, the excuse is the reason the box office was so high is because people thought that it had some connection with Endgame, right? But people were going to see this movie multiple times a week after or 2 weeks after the movie had come out. So they must have known by then that it had nothing to do with Endgame, right? Like there's very, very little content in there to reveal anything about Endgame. So it was nothing to do with that. They wanted to support
only
this.
thing that had to do with Endgame was the post-credit scene.
Yeah, they wanted to support this movie for their own reasons. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe they actually genuinely liked the first movie. I doubt it.
I noticed that
Not.
too, bro.
What did you notice? What was it?
Did you notice how they got it's a little thing, things interchange. But if you notice in this trailer, and I'm gonna bring up the shot, Cap Photon, who is Monica Rambeau, is at the forefront of this little three-way they have, right? This movie's called The Marvels. You would think Brie Larson's Captain Marvel would be in the middle, in the forefront, and these two behind them, but nah, they got. Now, to be fair, Photon, Monica Rambeau, is technically the first Captain Marvel in the comics anyways, female Captain Marvel. So she was Captain Marvel before Brie Larson. Well, not Brie Larson, but before Carol Danvers.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
She's going to be Photon, which is her name she uses now. She's going to be Photon. But she is the first female Captain Marvel in the comics anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really feel like, and this is why I say this first trailer was good, because as long as Brie Larson is not doing her like putting too much of her stupid politics in it, and this is why I say when Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins did the marketing for Wonder Woman 1 and even Wonder Woman 84, they wasn't trying to attack any groups of people. They was keeping it fair. They was just promoting the movie, talking about their love of Wonder Woman, the character, talking about that. Like, I don't
Although
remember.
Wonder Woman 84 had a few bits of politics in it, but it wasn't showed off in the marketing.
Yeah, not it.
You're
Yeah,
right.
not it. Yeah, I'm talking about
it did have some terrible politics. I'm not.
Right. Well,
I don't call that politics, to be honest. I think that's just like it's this kind of trend of man hating kind of stuff that I think some guys are a little bit too sensitive about, to be honest. Like it's not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like
I'm not.
I don't like when men are presented that way. Like that guy who basically was trying to, I guess, assault Cheetah in the movie. I don't like when guys are presented that way. It's not because it doesn't happen. It does happen, but I don't think it happens so randomly. How would you say? Like, I guess so randomly, like this guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, this girl is like every man is like
so frequent.
I don't know how to put it, because that's a bad way of putting it, because it can happen randomly and it can happen, whatever, like sometimes. But I guess it just seemed out of place, like for what was happening in the film at that time. But I'm not a woman, so I can't say the experiences they have. But it seemed out of place in that film.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, because it was very, like, you remember the marketing when they showed the thing like "whoa men" and then put it in like an emphasis. You remember that in the trailer marketing
in the Captain Marvel one? Yeah,
it's the first trailer, and it was like "whoa," and then they put an emphasis on men, like they capitalized it, and it was like they was trying so hard to make. In the first Wonder Woman movie didn't do none of that corny stuff, because it was a movie for men, women, gays, straights, lesbians. It was a movie for everybody that everybody is welcome to come see. It's just that when Brie Larson did it, she let her politics overtake the marketing. Because all I remember is her politics, her talking about.
She only said one thing though, and they went way overboard with this one thing that she said. Like,
it was multiple things.
Like, no, every day they used to come out with something new that Brie Larson has done during that whole period. And it was just like, okay, she said the one thing about the this movie isn't for white men. I thought she was in that movie, by the way, because I thought it was weird that she said that, but like it turns out she wasn't even in the movie she was talking about. The movie that she said, this isn't for white men, blah blah blah.
Star is Born. Not as it's I know that book is based off the book. I know what you're talking about. Well, it's that,
and then
and then her saying the thing about not hiring like white reporters who wasn't welcome to be at her little red carpet thingy, press thing, or like,
right, yeah.
That like that stuff. It's like, why? Like, you look, I get it. I understand there is an issue with white men and white privilege and all that in society. That is totally valid, but you don't see Gal Gadot going, man, freak these Nazis and stuff. Like, Nazis are bad, but she's not randomly jumping to something else that has nothing to do with.
You think she's not helping matters by doing that, right? Like it's not really helping. She's highlighting and making. You see, this is the thing. I think it's all part of the toxicity, though, because I think those guys who were attacking Brie Larson, who maybe had a little bit of a point, those guys would attack these female-led things anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? They'll find a reason to attack them anyway. And I think the politics in the Captain Marvel, it wasn't that it was there in the movie. It was more that it was done so badly and so cheaply. Like you compare that to Black Panther and the way it addressed its politics. You can't really say anything because it was addressing real things. It still was a bit, how would you say, like banging you on top of the head with it, but like it was part of the story.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That story doesn't work with. Yeah, the story itself doesn't work without those kind of politics. Whereas Captain Marvel, that story had nothing to do, really. None of the resolution, the villain's motivation, nothing had anything to do with the politics. It somehow is sometimes just injected randomly into the movie. Like, oh, like this guy asks her to smile. Randomly.
It's like I'm not sure if you remember the scene, but remember the scene where she finally gained her memories back, right? And it showed all these flashbacks specifically of all the setbacks in her life, and it was just like dudes hating on her. And I was like, really? Yeah. So wait. That's what set you back your whole life? Just random men hating on you? I mean, I get it. Some of the stuff is real. Men do hold back, just like how some racism held me back at times, but that is not going to be what fully hinders me and holds me back. Like that's what
could be a big part of it, but like
it could be. But it was just men. It was like they made it seem like men totally set her back from getting to where she needed to be to achieve her goals, and I'm like, okay, all right, I guess.
I wanted to talk about like this. Patty Jenkins didn't read any comics. I don't know what you thought that me and K-Dot said that disagrees with that. I don't disagree with that. I don't think Patty Jenkins has read any Wonder Woman comics. She was once asked what run influenced her most, and she said the New 52, and I was like, that's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. Like I
wouldn't be shocked. That whole Snyderverse was based around that New 52 shit.
Yeah, but it definitely did. Either if she said I read it and that was exactly what I didn't want my Wonder Woman to be, so that in that way it influenced me, then I would have believed her.
Yeah.
But like I think the problem is, and this is true. I think that the DC comics.
They better not touch New 52
or Warner Brothers, whenever they give one of these directors a project, they give them a bunch of comics to read, and it's usually the new stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And at the
for sure.
time, at the time she was doing the film, it would have been New 52. So probably she read the first few pages of it and was just like, "What the fuck is this? This has nothing to do with the TV show I loved growing up, or something like this."
Right.
And she probably was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna make my own Wonder Woman based on the Linda Carter show." And I can understand that, but she should have done her research, because if she had done her research, she would have known there's good runs of Wonder Woman that are, that
Way
touch
before
on the spirit of what Linda Carter did, but
George, who's
updated
that
it.
writer? Nerman, who's that writer? George Price that did a bunch
George
of
Perez, yeah,
Right.
exactly. There's the one, I'm trying to remember the name, Greg Rucka as well, who did like a really good run in the early 2000s, stuff like that. So she would have known that there's runs like that Wonder Woman fans collectively like, that update what Linda Carter did, but at the same time do it in a modern way, so it's not so dated as Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
Which felt more dated than the Linda Carter show, which is weird.
Right. And I'm not disagreeing about her her comic knowledge and stuff. What I'm talking about is when they talked about Wonder Woman, they talked about Wonder Woman. Yeah, they talked about female empowerment because Wonder Woman is entirely is like literally female empowerment. You cannot take that away from Wonder Woman. But they wasn't like using it to go like Wonder Woman 1. Prime example of men and women getting an equal amount of like they both get their equal opportunity to be great. Steve Trevor, while he's not as powerful as Wonder Woman, got a big significant moment in that film by doing his sacrifice, helping Diana learn about man's world and stuff. While she knew a lot, she probably knew more than him, but she needed his help just to navigate man's world, and he also needed her help just to do things such as get past no man's land. Like it was a film that was not trying to downplay the other both sides got up.
I think the great comparison between Wonder Woman 1 and Wonder Woman 84 for me is that scene where she, I can't remember his name, but like the Arabic guy who wanted to be an actor, when he first meets her and he's like kind of like trying to chat her up a bit. And then she starts talking in all the different languages because he knows many different languages as well. And they're going back and forth in different languages. Do you remember that from Wonder Woman 1?
Oh, yeah.
Samir.
The bar.
His name's Samir. Yeah. So they're going back and forth, and the way she handles a man in that is with sophistication and with grace and with intelligence, and nobody had a problem with it. Everybody loved it. But then in Wonder Woman 84, some guy comes to talk to her. She's like, "Go away. Get away from me." Like, you know what I mean? Like, really, it was un-Wonder Woman. And it was all about like, oh, men are bad, let's be hostile to them, like, and that kind of stuff. So I think that was the real difference.
That from the second movie?
Yeah, I got a lot of hostility from her, specifically Wonder Woman, towards men, and I don't think it was.
I don't man-hating vibes from that movie.
I don't think it was as bad as I said. It wasn't as bad as Captain Marvel. That kind of stuff. It just was there, and it was kind of it disappointed me because of the way the politics between men and women, as you said, were handled in such a great way in Wonder Woman 1, right? And it didn't give the haters any opportunity to come at it. Do you know what I mean? But Wonder Woman 1984 gave the haters that opportunity to like read into things much more than is probably even there. That's
Yeah.
what I don't like. So yeah. Same with Black Panther, as I said, like it deals with those kind of issues in a way that it feels organic to the story, and
It worked with it. I think for me with Black Panther, while I don't like too much of the African American politics being forced into the African politics. You know,
I can
like
see that.
there were some parts where I was like, this is definitely how African Americans feel, but not how Africans feel. You know, because
I can see that.
Africans don't grow up like African Americans. Like we got totally different. I mean, there is some I've seen. I haven't ran into it, but I've seen some Africans and African Americans have some huge hostilities with one another here in America, and they're there, right? They're
Yeah, it's the true of all minorities. We need to be like more together, but sometimes
But see, that's the difference.
we
There's people in
try and
Africa, there's some people in Africa that feel strongly about their skin color, and there's that connection between skin. But in America, it's totally just a skin connection. It's not a location like in Africa, you were connected by where you stayed at more so than what you look like. Because
sure.
everybody was damn near the same fucking color in Africa, many years ago for the slave trade. It's like, I mean, we all looked the same, but they was more connected by where they stayed at. But yeah, was there anything else you want to say about this trailer? I mean, you guys, there's really nothing much I can say. I think this is a scene where they do that little musical number. Yeah, so it's gonna be a Bollywood musical number in this film too.
Right, that's interesting.
That's honestly strange for a Hollywood movie to do randomly.
I mean,
I mean,
it's
unless it's a
kind
comedy.
it's kind of cool that they're celebrating the kind of different cultures, but I think the guy from Shazam, this Asian guy who plays the Asian superhero in Shazam, kind of said that it's kind of cool to have a superhero who's Asian and black or whatever, and they're just a superhero. You know what I mean? They don't have to
Right.
somehow represent all Asians. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
in being
They're
that
not. It's
superhero.
not their identity. It's not just their identity to be Asian and constantly talking about Asian this, Asian that. Like, you're Asian, but you're more than that. I mean, you're a whole person. There
Yeah,
got to be more to you than just being Asian. Like, it's more to me than just being black. I'm black, but it's more to me than just being black. I don't talk about being black this, black that every single day. Just how I don't
yeah,
talk about, you know, like if I was part of a religion, I wouldn't talk about it every single day because it's going to get
right.
boring and it's going to end up being my personality. People gonna be like, man, all you do is just talk about this. Is there anything else you talk about? Is there
Yeah,
more to your life? And it's like, well, no, this is it. This is me.
yeah. But I
There's
mean,
nothing more than that.
this trailer had a job, right? This trailer had a job to yeah, and I agree with what you're saying there, by the way, bro, completely. But like, just to finish on the trailer, just like a last thought, this trailer had a job to get me interested as somebody who didn't particularly like Captain Marvel 1.
Right.
I think on that level, it had some success in that it has a novel idea behind the film. Like the fact that they're changing places all the time and their powers are entangled
Right.
is actually quite curious. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting situation. However, the content other than that is not particularly appealing to me, I have to say.
Right.
But
I can agree. The premise is interesting.
yeah.
Well, let me ask this. So it's only one or two ways this can go. Usually most movies have a good first film and they might have a bad second film. That's generally what happens, right? So in this case, you have a bad first film and then you have a film coming out where people are hoping it'll be better than the first. You also have people that like the first, but you know,
Yeah.
that's a rare few.
Like Captain America 1 and then the next Captain America. Which Captain America 1 wasn't bad, but it wasn't.
It was all right. It wasn't.
fantastic.
It was. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. But I would say, I say Captain America had a good progression from the first to the second. Like
Mm,
first movie, it was good. It was all right. But the second movie just like upped
stepped
the
it
ante
up.
and did something way better. In this case, do you
I
think
think this will be better than Captain Marvel. I think it already looks to me better than Captain Marvel. However, all I'm saying is if this is the absolute best they could put out because they're worried about superhero fatigue, then I'm worried about this movie. But if they're just being arrogant because they're the MCU and they just think, oh, fuck it, we can hide all the good stuff because everyone's going to come to see our movie because we're the MCU, which I think that's the case, then I think you're looking at a pretty decent movie that's definitely better than Captain Marvel, but might not do as well in the box office unless they ramp up the advertising for it better. Does that make sense? Did that make sense there? Or did I just okay, good. Sometimes I worry about
well, you guys, that's the Marvel's teaser. Got a second topic here. I saw this. It's gonna be our last topic we're gonna talk about. Nerdman could definitely talk about this. It's a very general.
I can talk about it for 5 minutes. I thought somebody else would come on, but I can talk about it for 5 minutes.
I mean, I can handle the rest. If you gotta go, it's fine.
Yeah.
But let me just show a little bit of the video. You can give your opinion on it, and
yeah, then I'll bounce because just I'll be listening to your stream.
All right, guys.
I thought your guy Chillmonger would be on for this, surely, but
he had to go sleep. You know them MCU fans. They got to get their rest.
And they says done.
Yeah, to come out at night.
All right, you guys. So, this video went around on Twitter. Basically, a man was lied to for 11 years about the status of his son, and now he's confronting the woman about it.
What's up is why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What I've been lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw it.
How DNA test gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Well, where's the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What made you get a DNA test?
Because I went through your phone.
And why?
Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
You know what?
What?
Opinion so far, Nerdman?
Shouldn't go through your girlfriend's phone. But yeah, no. If he had suspicions, then I guess. I mean, but I hope he should just leave. No.
Well, actually, so I'm not. At the end of it, he kicks them both out the house.
No.
So it's the other way around. He kicks them both out the house. He tells them to leave.
Oh shit! He tells the guy kid he's been raising for 11 years. That's cold-blooded, bro.
Pretty much.
Cold-blooded.
But hey, you put someone in a position like that, it's like, yes,
Let
it's
me see the rest of the video.
It's messed up for the kid. You want to see the rest of the video?
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, but say what you were going to say first.
It's messed up for the kid, but it's like, I can't blame his response. I can't blame his response. That's like a long time without knowing this truth. And you come to find out all this at once, and it's like, wow, these last 11 years just kind of been a lie.
more about me going through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I sure have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about? Does it matter?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? That absolutely matters. Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting here lying to me for 11. Of course I love him, but I can't. But you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
Where we gonna go?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get y'all house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it.
So that's pretty much it. Nerd Man, how do you feel about that?
I wish I had those balls, bro. I wish I had the balls to do that. But
hey, look, you know, the kick of
he's
the
right.
box outside.
He's right. I mean, but I don't want to see another black kid fatherless and all that kind of shit. But he's kind of right. I mean,
yeah, I wouldn't say.
Is there really a wrong decision in that situation? If he was to keep the kid, he'd be a saint. If he were to kick the kid out, he's a human. So it's only
either in that thing where I do agree. Either decision is not bad, but the only thing is it's just bad it's bad for the girl he's with, because now she knows she's embarrassed for what she did and all that. But if he decided to stay and actually raise his child still, then good on him. I mean, hey, he doesn't want to leave him fatherless, and he's the one who cared about him, and he's going to continue to do so. But in this case, he chose to I'm cutting it all off. I'm moving on. I don't blame him. It's like if someone found out 20 years later, they've been married for 20 years, and they finally find out, they've been getting cheated on for more, and it wasn't just one thing. It's just one time. It's constantly every year. It's a woman going to go see this other dude, or a guy going to go see his mistress in Mexico or something, right? And he's been cheating with her yearly, every single year and stuff. And they finally find out, and it's I don't blame the person if they want to leave that situation. Yeah.
I mean, again, it's a very complicated kind of thing, but
right.
Is that how MSK got abandoned then? Is that what happened?
I don't be like that.
I'm thinking this is a recording from 20 years ago. This is MSK's MSK's origin story.
MSK's white father finally saw him his skin is too light. His father looked at him he doesn't look biracial. He just looks like he's light skinned and he's black. Yeah. There's black people that are light skinned, but you can tell they're black and they're light skinned, but they're not biracial. He looked at MSK and was yeah, I need to get a DNA test. This ain't right. He looks black.
Yeah. But I mean, if that's what happened, and he wasn't cheating on her, then we don't know yet. I thought it was hilarious, that moment where she's like, "What does it matter?" It's it does kind of matter. I mean,
right.
But anyway, dude, I'm gonna continue watching on. But thanks for having me on. I was hoping someone will come on so they can continue talking to you, but
I got it. I mean, it's gonna be the last topic anyways. I can finish it up.
Cool, man. Peace, man. Thank you so much.
Shouts out Nerd Man. Thank you for coming on. All right, you guys. So yeah, how I feel overall about it. I don't disagree with his decision. I don't know what I would exactly do. I would need some time to think though. I would really need some time to think. Um, depending on who owns the home and whoever's name it is in, I'm taking a step away, right? Like, give me some time to think. Like, we're not on a talking basis. We're not going to be on a talking basis. I need some time to think. If I want to continue to support this kid or if I want to move on, right? Now, this is a situation where it depends, right? Because if he wants to do some digging, and I think he should do a little bit of digging, figure out the status of the father, right? Is this motherfucker dead or in jail, right? And even then, even if the father isn't dead, right? If this man still decides that he wants to take care of this child because he's the one who cared about him for the past 11 years, they got a bond and all that, and he can care less about if they blood or whatever, then I don't fault him. That's his decision. He doesn't want to leave another kid fatherless. That's cool with me. But if the father is like alive and well and chilling somewhere else in like the Bahamas and shit, she better go find his real daddy. Put that nigga on child support or whatever. Do what you need to do, but he needs to be taking care of his son, right? Because maybe it was some random dude she met at at the Freaknik festival, and whatever, right? Could have been some random ass dude. But yeah, I think in this situation, he was justified in what he did. I mean, he needs time to think, and kicking him out, she'll find a place. She probably got a family and stuff. They'll be fine. Or she can go to a hotel. She probably working. She most likely got a job. You don't have to fend for yourself. You can't do that to somebody for that long and expect for them to just like conform to this lifestyle, because you waste people's time. This man had 11 years of his life wasted doing a responsibility that was not really his. And who knows, maybe he wanted to, do. I don't know if he was married to this girl, but like putting him in this situation, this position for this long, and then the way he gets to this suspicion is that he finds out you been talking behind his back to your friends, talking shit, trying to make him feel like an idiot, a dummy, all that. And then you get mad at him for getting mad at this weird lifestyle you want him to conform to. Like, no, this is not his kid. He does not need to watch his kid. If this was his son, his biological son, he has a responsibility regardless of anything. I don't care what your excuse is. If you bring somebody into this world, they don't ask to be here. You brought them here. You need to take care of them. That's your responsibility. If you don't want the responsibility, don't bring them into this world. Like, wrap it up, learn to pull out, be careful with the pre-cum. That's why you wear a condom. But still, you cannot do this to people and then act like they just going to conform. Some people might conform and just accept it because some certain circumstances. But a lot of people play a dangerous game. This was a unnecessary lie for 11 years. Like, maybe if she, I mean, he probably would have left her at the beginning of it, but you should have just told him. You should have just told him like day one, right? So y'all can both avoid headaches. Now you kicked out. You about to be struggling, looking for a place to live. Like, she's so dumb. Later, Nerdman, freaking K-Dots. Oh, you guys, Hulu, and that's why I mentioned this. Hulu's gonna be doing a documentary on the Freaknik situation, right? We are about to expose all the and this is why people call this generation sexual deviance and all that and stuff. We're about to expose all the people that was at those Freaknik concerts, and it wasn't just people in Florida. It was people from all over at Freaknik. Y'all grandma's about to get exposed. Our uncles, our cousins, everybody about to get exposed for going to those Freaknik concerts, right? Now they're all hoping that footage does not get released. That footage is about to get released, and shit is about to literally blow up. But also, people at those Freaknik concerts going to get exposed for the sexual assault that happened at those concerts. And there was a bunch of it that happened. It wasn't just like a closed case. It was a bunch of reported sexual harassment or sexual assault that happened at those Freaknik festivals. That's one of the reasons they got shut down. That's how cheaters are. Yeah, they just say cheaters once they do what they do to you, they just expect for you to just like deal with it and still stick with them. And it's like, look, when you do that stuff, you need to accept the consequences. If this person leaves you, leave it as is. Don't it ain't even worth it for you who was doing the cheating to be fighting so hard to keep this relationship that is officially broken. It's over, right? Like, don't make yourself look like a fool on both ends. You know, just accept what it is. You fucked it up. Keep it pushing. Go, you know, basically go fuck yourself at that point. You fucked it up, so go fuck yourself at that point. Go into your little corner, just like think about what you did and try not to do that shit again. That's all you can do at that point. But if you cheat on somebody, don't be trying to like really fight. Like, yeah, if they give you opportunity to fix your mistake and prove to them that you can do better, then take it. But if they're not giving you that, then it is what it is. Like, move the fuck on. Is done, because you need to understand you broke a bond that was supposed to be sacred between just the two of you, not anybody else. That's why if you don't want to be in a relationship, just stick to being just stick to the polygamy. Just sleep around with whoever you want. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with being a bachelor. It's not gonna be, sometimes being alone is not that bad, honestly. Facts on top. Facts freak out. I feel bad for the kid now, and it's now this kid is about to find out from his mom, like, yeah, that's not your daddy. Your daddy is this dude, and who knows? His dad probably, his real dad probably in jail. Who knows? Or his real dad is probably dead, right? And then this man that he thought was his dad for these past 11 years doesn't even want him anymore because he doesn't want to live a lie anymore. Oh, damn. What's up, bro? What's up, Saint Kai? Saw your comment. Make sure you post that link in the comments so I can find that video you was talking about. I saw Kanye in the footage. Oh, for real? Yeah. They got a video on YouTube. It's a 98 documentary of the Freaknik situation. But supposedly Jermaine Dupri is going to have way more footage of the. So right here, guys, I'm going to go watch the rest of this because I'm really interested in this whole Freaknik situation. When we doing our Shazam 2 watch along, hopefully it's Friday or Saturday. I'll let you know about Thursday, Nerd Man. I'll give you an update on Thursday on when I can do it. Saturday, I may not be free. I might be going up to Reno. So there's a possibility I may not be free, but I'll let you know Thursday. Red Pill weirdos are using this vid to attack women. Like, nah, man, cheaters give accountability. Yeah, that's why with the Red Pill community, what bothers me about them so much is that they make so much excuses. Like they make excuses for men cheating, right? They'll say, oh, it's part of our nature, blah, blah. Even though, look, I think to an extent, it is part of a man's nature to just sleep around with a whole bunch of people, right? Like, we have those urges. Let's be real about the urges, right? But one thing we have as humans is called self-control. You can control how many people you fuck around with, but I'm not going to lie to you. I think there is an urge in us men where we just want to fuck around with whatever we want. I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. There has been men so horny, They will fuck anything, right? Women, yes, women, they get horny too, and they will fuck. But men, and this is me saying this, most of us will fuck anything. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, if a man is desperate, he will fuck anything. He'll shove his dick in a pillow if he needs to. He will. I'm not judging. Do what you got to do. But he will. But the way the red pill community defends it, right, is if like, well, it's in men's nature. It's what they do. Or, oh no, a man makes so much money and has so many different options that he doesn't need to be restricted to one woman. He can just sleep with whatever. Like, no, if you're in a relationship with another girl or a dude, whoever you with, you need to respect that. Or unless y'all both agreed on having this open relationship, but y'all still like, you guys are still this little, y'all still a main couple, right? But most people don't agree to that. People, a lot of these dudes that do it assume, well, they try to put it in their head that, oh no, my girlfriend totally fine with me, fucking around with other people. She ain't gonna care. When it's like, yeah, she is gonna care. You didn't even tell her about it, and you doing it. You just randomly doing it. SJ, people got the YouTube channel with this movie, MCU. I mean, I already saw people like the quartering, and I already seen people already attacking the trailer. I don't think the Marvel's trailer is as bad as the first film's trailer. The first film's trailer, it was really, a lot of the complaints was valid. Even I had complaints of it at the time. And it wasn't because, I feel attacked as a man. I was like, the marketing was just cringe. Like, you had parts trailer where it was, there was part in trailer where they said woman, and then they put emphasis on wool, and then they didn't put much emphasis on men. Like, they literally made one part capital and the other part lowercase, and I'm like, it was just cringe. It wasn't even, it was just cringe. It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary marketing. You didn't need to market a movie like that, right? Just put out a regular movie. That's all. When is Shazam 2 coming to HBO Max? I was hoping they was already gonna put it on there. Like, I have to wait until Wednesday until I can even get the digital copy. But they should have already just put it on HBO Max anyways. Might as well. Like, it's literally, you already put it on digital. Might as well immediately just put it on HBO Max. But if we look at when Black Adam came out, it'll more than likely be on HBO Max middle of next month. I'm gonna say middle of next month. It will be on HBO Max. Middle of next month. Oh, options like me with that. Yeah. They're hypocrites. They don't hold other men accountable. They only want to hold women accountable. They just want to make women an example, prime example, fresh and fit. They just want to make women an example on their streams. They don't want to make men an example because it will destroy their whole argument that they got going on. Yet men cheat and they justify that, but women are labeled hoes for doing the same thing. Right, because in my honest opinion, Daniel, both sides is hoes. Like, if you're a man and you cheating, you a hoe. If you're a girl and you going around cheating, you a hoe. But I'm not finna, demonize you for, I don't demonize people for sleeping around with multiple people, but I will demonize you for, you in a relationship and you claim to be like, I'm in love, blah, 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 blah. I love my girl. And then you going around sleeping with other people. Then I'm like, oh, you a hoe, right? Yes, it's hoe behavior, fucking around with the multiple people. But if you're doing that while you single, that's a totally different story. I mean, you exploring different people, you probably, fiending for some meat. Okay, I understand you, and you want to go bust your nut, do what you need to do. But it's just, it doesn't add up when you're doing it in a relationship, and then you telling other people, man, I'm so in love with my girl, man. There's nobody else better than her, but you fucking somebody else, while still saying, this girl is for you. She's so great. She's better than the average woman. you know. Those red pill clowns claim to be Christian when the Bible condemns adultery and tells men to respect their women and to not treat women like trash. Fake Christians. Yeah, that's saying that a lot of these dudes like Andrew Tate, he's Muslim. Like these dudes, you know, I'm not finna get too much into religious stuff, but it's just weird to me how these dudes claim to be like, let's say, Christian or Catholic or Muslim, and none of that stuff encourages adultery, cheating. Like it does not even encourage it. And then they try to use this book, this religion as an excuse to do so. Like, you know, blah blah blah. You know, and I'm just gonna pray my sins away, and I'm gonna be forgiven for it. I'm sorry. Like, no, just don't do it. That the book you faithfully believe in, basically, you know, demonize you for doing it, and then you still go and do it. Those are alpha males like Andrew Tate. Man, shit. You guys, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of wish they found something on Andrew, man. Shit, see them cops in Romania trash. They should have planted some type of evidence. Well, y'all could have planted some drugs up in his fucking house, whatever. I know they got some drugs locked up in a little precinct or whatever. Y'all could have planted anything. Like, y'all grimy police. Y'all not grimy enough. That's the thing. That Romanian police is trash. Y'all could have planted anything. Anything. Shit. Those Romanian police, they trashed their job. It was already bad enough that they held them as long as they did. But mind you, this isn't America. It's a different law system. But they had them held for at least, like, I think 2 months. Longer than you would usually hold somebody for the crime they did, right? Because if you don't got any evidence, I mean, you have to release them. But that's in America, and they was in Romania, so it's different rules. But still, well, in Islam, men can have it for wives, and sir, I don't want to get into it. Yeah, that is true. That is true. But okay, I'm like this. If it works for it, if all parties in this, like whether in a polyamorous relationship or a monogamous relationship, personally, I don't want to be in a polyamorous one because that's like that's too many people. That's too many cooks in the kitchen. That's too many cooks in the kitchen. Someone that at some point is gonna get jealous and some shit's gonna happen. But if all parties agreed on it and you talked about it and everybody was honest up front about what they want in a relationship, then cool. But most people try to have these relationships, try to have these relationships and not really be honest. That's why when you try, you know, I recommend this. If you're going out dating somebody, be straight up. Just be straight up and be honest. Keep it 100. You know, like, hey, I just want to fuck. Or like, hey, I'm looking to have a, you know, I want to be in a relationship. Yeah, I'm not trying to just fucking go. Like, be honest. You're gonna turn down a lot of people, but prime example, guys, look at Tinder, right? Look at Tinder. People put in a bio specifically, looking to chill, looking to hang out, looking for a relationship, making it very clear what they want, right? You just got to make it clear with what you want from jump, especially if you just, you know, randomly dating people and stuff and, you know, dating through Tinder or you meet somebody on the street. Like, you know, be honest about what you're looking for so you don't waste anybody's time. Be honest about it. I would say it about even. Where those dirty cops right? Though all the dirty cops all the dirty cops when you need them ain't doing their job, but when you don't need them, they want to do their job. That would be my headspan. Being a Mormon with those sisters, wives, and all. Yeah. All right, you guys. We pretty much covered all the topics I needed to cover. The fuck? Oh. Oh, just to make it clear real quick, I think we ended on this. So I saw this on Twitter. I forgot about this like 3 years ago, but this is still happening, guys. This is still happening. Taika Waititi is going to be directing Akira. Well, I put it out on Twitter. I made an open bet, and I said I bet somebody $50 that Taika Waititi will make this a comedy. Nobody has taken a bet yet, but I bet $50 if anybody wants to take the bet that Taika Waititi will make Akira a comedy. I bet he's going to fucking do it. If he doesn't, and it's a like it follows the tone of Akira, which is a very serious that movie got nasty at some parts. Like that shit got nasty. But it's a very serious film. If Taika does follow the tone of Akira as it should be, I'll be shocked. But I'm betting $50 on it, bro. He is going to make it a comedy. It's going to be a comedy. I'm not saying he can't make good comedies, but he's going to make Akira a comedy when it's not that. When's the Freaknik video coming out, Dots? It's supposed to come out in a couple months. Jermaine Dupri is like overseeing it. He's going to be compiling. He's basically one of the people compiling footage and getting all that stuff together. So he's working closely in the documentary. It's going to be coming out on Hulu, but it is going to be available like months later. It's not coming out so soon, but it's on the way. Should be coming out this year though, hopefully. Oh, facts. Taika can help himself with that comedy. Yeah. Is that the Free Guy dude? Yep. Thor 4 director. Thor 4 director. All right, you guys. We're about to get ready to close up. Man. We about to get ready to close up. Yeah, you made Jojo Rabbit too. We got to get ready to close up. We got to head up out here. I need to get some sleep, get some rest. I want to thank you guys for pulling up to this stream real quick, kicking it. Anime Fights is returning. Me and Squeezier is going to get the first new episode out. I don't know which characters we're going to fight with, but some of the episodes are going to release on here, and then is going to go to Spotify too. But most of the current episodes already went to Spotify. But this upcoming week, Squeezy bringing back the Anime Fights, and I'm excited for this. I already know which character I want to introduce into the Anime Fights. Eren Yeager. I'm about to introduce the GOAT. I'm about to be doing some cheating and shit. It's gonna be happening. Anime Fights is coming back. Be on the lookout for it, guys. Thank y'all for watching. So that peace, love, positivity, all that jazz. Don't do drugs, and like I always say, deuces.